how have you gone about like building your team?
Well, to be honest, I just learned everything myself originally.
Okay.
I did like an internship for like 5 or 6 months at a social media agency.
Oh wow.
And they basically just had me posting stuff and scheduling stuff. So that's how I got used to understanding what I needed to do in terms of posting and scheduling, and understanding how growth marketing works and the quickest ways to grow on social media platforms and stuff. I probably don't do it as much as I should because it is still long. Don't get it twisted. It's very, very long. Like, it's long. But I know what I need to do in it to stay in the eye of people and to make sure that I'm reminded and stuff like that. But in terms of teams, to be honest, just people that I've met along the way. Like, I go to a lot of networking events. Like, we met at a networking event. So, I go to a lot of networking events, and like, I'll meet videographers or an A&R or a marketer. And I guess they just become your contact. So anytime you don't know something, I'll ask them. And it's vice versa. If they don't know something, they'll ask me. And then I guess you become friends. You start inviting them to events. And they roll with you to different places. You roll with them to different places. And they just become your network. And then I guess when you use their services, like, the better you are with them, the better they're going to treat you. So 9 times out of 10, they'll do something extra for you, or they'll do something for free for you, and you'll do the same for them. And I guess that's just how you build your network. And I feel like it's got to the point where, like, I've got, like, I guess just my main people around me that, like, are good for me. They're good people for me. They keep me in a good headspace. They keep me motivated, and they're very good at what they do. And I'm very good at what I do as well. And I'll help them out in any way that I can, because obviously I can do the social media stuff. So if you're hungry for it, like, the right people will find you. So that's the easiest way for me to say it, because I've just got a really good bunch of people around me. And then additionally, I've got like an agency to help me out as well that I pay for.
Great.
But they're not like crazy expensive. They're like $100 a month.
Oh, wow.
And like, they can, it's almost basically like a label, to be fair, to some extent. Like, they, you have like access to like contacts, radio plugs, all that kind of stuff. And then you have like a weekly meeting, like a projection of where you're going to be. You can talk about like what kind of things you want to do. They obviously know a little bit more about the industry than I do. So they'll analyze my content and be like, oh, maybe you should make a video like this. Maybe you should make a video like that. Work on this, work on that. So, and then I'll just go back to like my team and be like, yo, we need to film this week. We need to film this week. Is anybody free? Or if you can't, I'll film it myself. Can anybody edit it? If you can't, I'll edit it myself. So, but everybody keeps coming up with ideas, especially the creatives, because the creatives, like, one week they're like, oh, let's do this freestyle. Next week's like, oh, let's start doing YouTube videos. Let's do this. And then once you start there, like, everybody's got like their own projects within the whole thing, which is a bit mad. So, but yeah, there's loads of like, I guess, artist development services out there that are like quite affordable, I would say. You just have to kind of shop around and find the right one for you. But I found the right one for me, to be fair. They're really, really helpful in terms of just taking off a huge workload off of me, I would say, like, with like posting on YouTube and TikTok, and I guess like rewriting EPKs and press releases and stuff like that. They can like put all that stuff together for me, so that I can focus on doing like my Spotify pictures and making sure it sounds good, and sorting out like my stage versions and my radio edits and that kind of thing. Because otherwise, it's just me doing everything. And
that won't work, right? You can't be 100%.
It works. It does work, because I have done it. It's just a lot of hours. Like, just sitting on a laptop or a phone, like, just moving, organizing folders, putting the content together. It's a lot of hours. So if you have help, it makes life a little bit easier. It probably will cost you a bit of money. But 9 times out of 10, I know a lot of people, artists, that like, they have managers that are their mates, or they just have their mates helping out, and that's their team. And that helps them take the load off them, because they all just believe in the vision. So if you got friends and family that know that you do music, like, but don't pressure them, but just ask them every now and then, can you help me do this? Can you help me out with that? Like, one little thing here and there. And when they see your progress, they're naturally going to want to help you more. So, do you know what I mean?
I suppose it's an equal exchange as well in many ways, because if you're good at what you do and you put their skills, because I think a lot of people who are in the social media industry, or people who are trying to learn that or trying to improve their skills, one of the things that they need is content to do that. So if you give them great content, they're like, oh, great, I can really test out my skills because I know the content's great. So now I can test out the skills that I have in social media marketing to push this content. And that gives them more of a platform to say, I can do more because I've done it with a great artist like yourself. So it's a mutual benefit, I think.
100%.
Because it's not easy to find somebody who works as hard as you do and is willing to go out there, shoot the content, create this, and then say, here you go, here's 10 shots for the day, do whatever you want with them, pick the best one. That's fantastic, I think, in some ways.